And we are live. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another live stream here on the channel. Hope all is well. This is a early afternoon Q&A. It is 1 in the afternoon where I am right now. It's Oppenheimer day for me. I have not seen it yet, as you guys probably saw in the thumbnail. Oppenheimer tonight. But yeah, it's a great day to be alive. It's Barbenheimer week. I got a lot of exciting plans regarding that this weekend. Lots to look forward to. Lots of fun Nolan related content coming as well. But I wanted to hop here and do a live stream because I haven't done one this week. I didn't do the Film Stock Live on Monday. I didn't have a Q&A on Wednesday. So today was pretty much the best day for me to fit in a live stream this week. So we are here now, to quote Leo from, what is it? Don't Look Up. Anyway, hope you're all doing well. Welcome into the chat. Fire off some questions. I'm going to get to as many as I can. Hit that like button. Helps out quite a bit. I see we got 42 people in there, so be sure to hit that like button. It helps out a lot. And if you guys want me to guarantee that I answer your question, comment, concern, because there's no way I'm going to get to everything in this chat, Super Chat is the way to go. It's also a way to help support the channel and myself. And of course, check out the Patreon link down below for extra content, extra early access to videos, the Discord server, a lot of stuff like that. So that is all linked down below in the description. Let's go ahead and dive right into the madness, into the chat. All right. Okay. Just looking through the chat here, trying to find the first question. We got to kickstart this thing with a bang. Here we go. Hey, Chris, I'm really hoping Barbie makes $1 billion at the box office because as good as La La Land was, it only grossed $422 million at the box office. Yeah, I'm so interested to see how Barbie does at the box office after seeing the film because I can just see a world where it does really, really well opening weekend, but I don't know how it's going to play with like families. I'm really curious to see. I'm interested. It could cause outrage. I don't know. I'm curious because it is more so a movie, in my opinion, catered to an older audience. Like, I don't know if a 10-year-old would enjoy this movie. But we'll see. And that's the fun of it. I have no idea. None of us do. And I'm really curious to see how it plays. But $1 billion with the Barbie IP, it is achievable. The same thing happened with Super Mario Bros., you know? So anything is possible. I think week 1 to 2 is what I'm so interested in for both Barbie and Oppenheimer, and even Mission Impossible this weekend. Really want to see how it all plays out. So we'll have to see. $1 billion it's possible, but I don't think there's going to be another $1 billion movie this year. We'll see, though. All right. Okay, let's see. Looks like a lot of you guys were in here chatting before the stream started, which is always good. Thoughts on Secret Invasion? Good question. I have only seen the first 2 episodes. I got early access to them and I watched them both. I did a review of them and I was like, I think this show has the potential to be really great. And I enjoyed my time watching it. I just haven't watched episodes 3, 4, and I guess now 5. And the only reason is I don't know. I know they're out. I just haven't had the desire to go watch them. And it's weird because that's become the case with a lot of Disney Plus shows lately. I think a lot of these shows, specifically on Disney Plus, are meant to be binged. I really believe that. There's not enough meat on the bone on a week-to-week basis to warrant the 6-week release. Like Secret Invasion, when it's all said and done, I think it'll be about 3 hours, or like 3 to 4 hours, right? I would rather just sit down and watch that in one sitting than wait week to week. And honestly, I think that's why I was so high on it. I got to watch the first 2 episodes back to back. And so I don't know. I don't know why they don't just move to that model. And it seems like that could be the future. They're doing it with Echo. They're still going to do week to week with Loki. But if you look back at the track record of the Disney Plus shows, specifically the MCU, most of those would have benefited from dropping all at once, because that's the thing. They put money into marketing. They drop, an episode and everyone's talking about it, and people fall off because they forget that it came out. If you dropped it all at once, especially for something that's only 6 episodes, everyone's going to watch it that weekend. And I think it has a better chance of longevity, like in the long run. People are going to talk about it more. That initial buzz that it gets, everyone talking about the full season in one weekend, say that last 2-3 weeks. No one's talking about Secret Invasion right now. So I think that would be more beneficial than dropping it on a week-to-week basis, because I don't know a single person who's kept up with it weekly. That goes for myself, Cam. I talked to fellow YouTubers in the space. My buddy Trevor from Film Geeks hasn't even checked it out, I don't think. So I know a lot of people who have either not watched it at all yet or have just watched the first 2 episodes and just haven't kept up with it since then. So I don't know. It's cause for concern for the MCU Disney Plus content. We have no word on Loki. That's really weird to me. It's July. I think it comes out in October. I would have thought we'd have a trailer by now, but that's just strange. And then Echo, I believe, comes out November 29th, actually my birthday, and all the episodes are dropping at once. Weird. Very, very weird. So who knows? That's what I think about Secret Invasion, though. Enjoyed it. I thought it had potential to be great, even. I loved the spy thriller sort of vibes. It gave me like early Mission Impossible feel, like specifically the first movie. But I haven't checked it out since. I don't know. That's how I feel. All right. Yes, don't forget to hit that like button, guys. Helps out quite a bit. What do I rate Barbie? I'm also going to address this. I didn't give it a rating. I don't really do ratings in videos ever, but on Letterboxd, I haven't given it a rating yet because I'm on the fence between 2-star ratings. I'm seeing the movie again Saturday with friends. I'm actually doing a Barbenheimer double feature. So I'm seeing Oppenheimer for the first time tonight. And then Saturday, I'm seeing Oppenheimer with some friends at 11:45 in the morning. And then at 4:45, I'm seeing Barbie. So after I see Barbie round 2, I'll give it a score. I'll give it a score for my first watch and then my second watch. And it'll probably be the same. I'm between 2, and this rewatch will help me. I'm positive, though. I will say that. I am positive. And the movie it's growing on me the more I think about it. So the rewatch will solidify it as I'll just tell you, either a 3.5 or a 4. That's where I'm at. Somewhere in that range for Barbie. 3.5 out of 5 or 4 out of 5. Not out of 10. Don't worry. David, what's good? How you doing? Ben's in the house. Shout out Me's Reviews. Everyone go subscribe if you have not already. Rewatched Interstellar the other night and was blown away. Do you have any experience like that with another Nolan movie where you maybe watched it once and thought it was fine, but on rewatch loved it? Let me take a sip of water. To answer this question, I would say, I love so many of his movies on first viewing, but I want to highlight Tenet in particular for me. I saw it opening night. I think it came out like in the middle of the week. It was really bizarre. It came out during the pandemic, and one of the first big movies actually at that to come out during the pandemic. So I saw it on like a Monday or Tuesday night, and I went back the next day and saw it again. And I loved the movie. I just needed to like sleep on it and comprehend it more. When I went round 2, I felt like I had a full grasp of everything that I had just watched. So I would say Tenet, where I really liked it, but I was also like, I need to really understand everything. I need to sleep on this. I actually watched one of these heavy spoiler videos. I don't know if you guys know who that is. I watched that after my first viewing, and then I knew exactly what to look for going in round 2, and that made it so much more enjoyable for me. So I'd say Tenet, where on rewatch, I fully appreciate it even more. And I really like that movie, but I haven't watched it since 2020. And that's the case with a lot of Nolan films. He makes fantastic movies that I love. Like some of the, like Inception, I love that movie. Haven't watched it in 3 years. The Dark Knight trilogy, love it. I don't rewatch it every year. He makes incredible movies that I just don't go back to and rewatch all that much. That's literally multiple 5 out of 5 movies. I just don't go back and rewatch them all because a lot of them are either heavy, mind-bending movies or mind-F movies, as you call them. And it's just, I love his movies. He's one of my favorite directors. He's just not a director's work that I rewatch as much, which is, it's not even a shot at the quality of film again. Like I just said, love most of his movies. He's never made a bad movie to me, actually. I even like Following, which is probably my least favorite. But in terms of that question, Ben, I'd go Tenet, and then I would probably go The Prestige because I was so young when I first watched it. It was at my neighbor's house, and I didn't fully finish it. And then when I actually watched it, I was like, oh my God, this movie's amazing. So those are my 2 answers. Benjamin, what's up? How you doing? Connor, what's good? Network 98 in the house. Ooh, Starcourt Food Court Jacob with a banger question right here. So for those who don't know, I've recently delved into the demonic horror realm, something I've like, oh, I'm never going to watch those. Well, I finally got over my fear, and I am watching a bunch of new horror movies for the first time. So I've seen all 5 Insidious movies, and I watched the first Conjuring. And the question here, which is better, Insidious or The Conjuring? And the answer is The Conjuring. That is a movie. I think I love the movie so much for a few reasons. Obviously, James Wan's direction, but I really appreciate horror movies as someone who grew up so afraid of them. As the more I watch them, one of my favorite aspects of a horror movie is that it's not just this overwhelming terror, this demonic presence from the beginning to end. Like we actually open the film with this family. They move into this house, and like the relationships are set up. It's just they're terrified of this entity. And then at the same time, you've got Ed and Lorraine, I believe. I've seen the movies once. Hopefully, I got their names correct. I think Ed and Lorraine is Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga's characters' names. They're these sort of paranormal investigators. So we have this storyline sort of setting them up at the beginning of the film. Then we set up the family. And then in classic James Wan fashion, he builds and builds with this dreadful sense of terror, and you know something horrible is going to happen. It's just a matter of time. And he, God, for like almost 40 minutes, every time a tense scene takes place, like I was holding my breath watching it because I knew it was building up something horrifying. So with The Conjuring, I think I prefer it as a film to Insidious because it is horrifying. I think the actual characters in the movie are so well written, and I think there's better performances in The Conjuring. I think Insidious is very good. They're both like pretty equal to me, but I've seen people say this. So this is I'm far from the first person to say this. I've seen this take everywhere. I just want to kind of regurgitate it, I guess. It's range true that Insidious almost seemed like practice for James Wan with The Conjuring because he then got to go R-rated and fully commit in The Conjuring. So that's kind of the consensus I've come to. I prefer the first Conjuring over the first Insidious. Both really, really good. And I will be watching The Conjuring 2. What day is it? Hopefully soon. It's Thursday. Not tonight. Maybe tomorrow night, actually. Maybe tomorrow night. So if you guys want my thoughts on that, follow me on Letterboxd. By the way, we just got news on air. September 29th, we get Gen V, which is the Boys spinoff. And I think it says 3 at premiere. If we get a trailer right now, that would be something else. I bet you we will. It's like, let's see. Okay, yeah. First 3 episodes of the Boys spinoff released on September 29th on Prime Video. And we got a poster. There it is. Pretty cool. I have discussing film notifications on, so I get those all day. But anyway, yeah. Conjuring. Jello plays What's Good. How you doing? Oh, hello. Jason Cruz, how the hell you doing? Nicholas, what's up? What's good? What's good? We got a super chat from Network 98. Chris, are you getting an early screening for The Craving, produced by Taco Bell, starring Joe Keery? Free Halloween edition tacos with screening. I love that. A lot of people probably are like, what the hell does this mean? But for the people who have been watching these live streams for, I'd say, 3 years now, they probably understand this reference. If they ever actually make this Joe Keery movie about Taco Bell or any fast food, or they make like a fast food cinematic universe and Joe Keery is involved, I will make that my channel's identity. Thank you for the super chat, though, Network 98. And it never fails to get a chuckle out of me when we bring that up. It's classic right there. Anyway, today is the day. Oppenheimer, indeed it is. Have you seen Manifest? I don't believe I have. Is that that TV show about the plane that disappears? That could be something else. Which do you like more, Barry or Oppenheimer? I'm assuming you meant to type Barbie. Well, I haven't seen Oppenheimer, so I can't speak to that yet. I'm seeing Oppenheimer tonight. But Barry's a great show. What's good? How you doing? Welcome in. I'm looking forward to reviewing Oppenheimer. I'll have an out of theater reaction tonight. And then I'll sleep on the movie and I'll have a review tomorrow morning, as well as Saturday will be probably a Nolan ranking, and Sunday a reacting to your Christopher Nolan movie hot takes, which I'm excited about. By the way, 70 people in here. If you guys are in here, hit that like button, hit it. Super chat's the way to go to guarantee I get to your question, comment, concern, and keep the questions coming. I'm having a fun time. So I want to address this real quick. I, for the longest time, have obsessed over like, I have to rewatch every single movie or else I can't watch the new one, and I can't do a ranking. With Christopher Nolan, that's a little different because I've seen all of his movies. I think the only movie I haven't seen more than once from Nolan is Insomnia. And I think I've seen Memento like 1.5 times. Every other movie I've seen a handful of times or more. So I know his filmography so well that I know my ranking. Obviously, I like to have the freshest thoughts possible. That just didn't happen this time around. I had started following and I finished it. And then as you know, my girlfriend Cam had surgery. I was kind of taking care of her for a few days, and so we watched Bridgerton, which took up a lot of my time. And then And then what happened? Barbie, Haunted Mansion, Mission Impossible, all these movies I started to see and make content about, and Insidious even. So I just never committed to watching the Nolan films, rewatching, I should say. And so I will be ranking them, and it will be out this weekend. I know the movies, so I'm going to rank them anyways, what I'm trying to say. That's a long story short. I usually like to rewatch, all of them, but I know them well enough to rank them. So I'm doing good. How about you, Paulo? Best video game ever made. Good one. Sports-wise, NCAA Football 14. That should be dethroned by the new NCAA football game coming, I believe, next summer, which, I would Twitch stream that 24/7 if I could, and I might. But like story-based games, I mean, there's a few. I really enjoy The Last of Us. I played that for the first time in January leading up to the show, and I loved The Last of Us. I really enjoy the Uncharted series, and I also kind of am torn between like Spider-Man or the Batman Arkham games. So all of those kind of is my answer for best video game, at least that I've played. I'm going to play the Red Dead Redemption games eventually, and I will be Twitch streaming those. By the way, let me take a sip of water real quick. Water is a damn good thing. Anyway, movie fan, what's up? How you doing? Do I think the Marvels will bomb? I think I talked about this recently somewhere. It might have been in the most recent live stream I did. No, it was just actually in conversation with my friend. I don't think the Marvels will bomb, but at the same time, I could be completely wrong. It comes out in November, which is essentially a summer movie season month this year. You've got Dune Part 2, the Marvels, the new Hunger Games film, and I believe there's a few other big ones in there too. It's too loaded. And the fact that the Marvels is like, I know people are going to flock to see Dune and people are going to flock to see Hunger Games. The Marvels being sandwiched in between isn't great. Now, the first Captain Marvel did $1 billion, but I think much like with the current state of DC, Marvel films aren't gonna, I mean, it's tough. People are going to show up in droves week one. That's how it always is. Even Quantumania, I believe, did 104 million domestic opening weekend. So people are going to show up. It's a matter of longevity. And frankly, with the Hunger Games film, with Thanksgiving, with Dune being in theaters, I worry. I think I could see it doing 500 million total worldwide, which is good, but it's not Marvel standard. You know what I mean? I don't see it cracking $1 billion. So I can't really say with confidence. I think the movie will be fun. I don't know if it'll be one of the best Marvel movies, and as a result, it will be deemed a failure by a lot of people. So I don't know. It's hard to say. Sodium. Hope you have a great week also. How do I think Vecna will die in season 5? I have no clue, and I can't wait to find out. I mean, the Duffer Brothers are going to craft it brilliantly, and one day when we get to watch that season of TV years from now, it'll be glorious, I'm sure. But I couldn't even tell you right now. I couldn't even think of a way that they're so brilliant. I have no idea, honestly. If you had to delete one Spider-Man, who would it be? Toby, Andrew, or Tom? Oof. Man, I'm wow. I think Tom. Is that crazy? I'm not deleting their, I mean, in effect, I'd be deleting their movies, but I'm saying in this hypothetical, which is like my least favorite, right? Like I'm deleting one. I can't get rid of Toby because he's the OG, and Andrew's like my favorite, so Tom has to go right now. Crazy, right? I mean, it's the way it is right now. I have to, if I had to, because I could live without like Tom Holland Spider-Man, but I need the other two of Spider-Man, I guess. That's kind of my logic right now. What makes more money, Barbie or Oppenheimer? Barbie with ease, the PG-13 rating being a huge factor there, but also the appeal of Barbie. I talked about this earlier in this stream. I mean, Barbie recognized around the world, it's just going to get more butts and seats as opposed to Oppenheimer. It's a fact. Oppenheimer review will be up tomorrow morning. Oppenheimer out of theater action will be up tonight. So like 9 to 10 Eastern time where I live, because I'm seeing the movie at 5. I'm literally seeing the movie in a few hours. So I'll have to leave pretty early because I'm actually getting some food beforehand. So I have to end the stream in like an hour, which is fine. Anyway, enjoy Barbie. I hope it's great for you. I enjoyed the film. Do you like Terminator? What is your favorite one? I do like Terminator. My favorite is probably the first. I've only seen the first two. This was in 2019, 2018, 2019. I'll call it 2019. I honestly found both movies to be overrated. What? I know, yeah. I need to rewatch them again, but I wasn't like blown away by either movie. They're good, but I wasn't like, these are all time. I haven't seen them in years, so I should rewatch them. But I mean, at the time, this was again 4 or 5 years ago. I was like, they're good, but nothing crazy. By the way, 81 people in here. If you guys are in here, hit that like button. It helps out quite a bit. And Super Chat's the way to go to guarantee I get to your question, your comment, your concern. All right, what is your ranking of movies you've seen in theaters? That's a lot. I can't even do that. That's like 50 something movies for me to do right now off the top of my head. But I can say that in terms of 2023, I really enjoyed Guardians 3, John Wick 4, Mission Impossible, Dead Reckoning Part 1, Spider-Verse. Those are some of my favorites of this year. I'll say that much. Yes, I'm ready. I am ready for this. Gen V, baby. We got Taco Bell in the house. Who's your favorite director? Steven Spielberg, probably. He's just made, I mean, come on. He's made some of my favorite movies ever. But then I love Nolan and Tarantino, and I hate how society has made it like, if you like those directors, you're cringe film broy. It's like, some people are like that. They like those directors, but a lot of people just like movies, and those are people who've made a great, a quantity of great movies. So I don't know. That's how I feel. Anyway, let's see. We got Burger King and Wendy's in the house. I've never watched the Marvel movies in timeline order. I don't think I ever will, because it'd be unsatisfying. I'd rather just watch them in release order. I've always been a big release order kind of person, usually. Yeah. It's like they don't have that hook that makes you want to come back every week, a lot of them, and that's just unfortunate. And I think I think after this year, Marvel needs to really take a step back television-wise. I know they have Agatha and Daredevil coming, but just chill. One show a year maybe. I'm more excited for Deadpool 3 or Avengers: The Kang Dynasty. Deadpool 3, and it's not even close. It's kind of hard for me to get excited for these Avengers movies right now when I don't know who's going to headline the movies. We don't even know who the Avengers are, really. So Deadpool 3, I know it's going to have Ryan Reynolds humor. I know it's going to have Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. Give that to me all day. Sean Levy directing it all day. Disney is putting Secret Invasion on Hulu. Yeah, to me, this shows it's getting really poor number. Yes, that is 100% correct, and it's a damn shame, honestly. How did you and Cam meet? Good question. We actually talked about this in our very first ever podcast episode, the Unusual Couple podcast, which you guys should check out. It's very, we have fun doing it. It's just very, what's the word I'm looking for? Would sporadic be the correct word? I'm not sure. It's like 1 week we'll do it and then we'll take a year off. No, I'm kidding. It's just inconsistent. That's the word I'm looking for. But we have fun doing it nonetheless. We met in middle school and then dated in middle school and then broke up in middle school. And then years later, dated in high school and still date to this day. So also our parents were friends from back in the day. So her dad and my parents actually went to college together and met there. So it's a really insane how that worked out. Anne's Video Studio, what's up? Is that Taylor Swift? I can't see. Anyway. Secret Invasion does end next week. Isn't that insane? Secret Invasion's almost over and literally like no one's talking about it. Nuts. Sorry, there's some spam, so I'm trying to get through it. Where are we at? Sorry, I'm just trying to find a question. Okay, here we go. This is a good one. Have you ever watched Fear Street? And if you have, what are your thoughts on it? Haven't. It's actually on my horror watch list. And because you asked that question, I'm reading every single one. I'm going to read this aloud. Let me go to my notes. I have created a horror movie watch list. Oh, I can check this one off the list. So, The Conjuring 1 through 3, The Nun, Annabelle 1 through 3, and The Curse of La Llorona. I want to watch all of those before The Nun 2 in September. This is my horror movie watch list in general, by the way. This is like starting now, going into, spooky season. Fear Street trilogy, Paranormal Activity, the entire series, Doctor Sleep, because I still haven't watched it, but I like The Shining a lot. Poltergeist, the original Exorcist, The Blair Witch Project. I've seen chunks of that movie. Like, I pretty much most of it. I haven't officially fully watched it because that's the way I am. I haven't logged it as watched on Letterboxd. Malignant, which is James Wan. Unfortunately, I went through a period of like, oh, I'm never watching horror movies, so I know a lot of spoilers about some of these, specifically Malignant, but I'll still enjoy it, I think. Dead Silence and Death Sentence. Those are two James Wan films. Ready or Not, which I know is Radio Silence, what they call themselves, the people who do the new Scream films. What else? Misery, and then 1408, which is like based on a Stephen King book, I think, but it has Samuel L. Jackson, I think John Cusack. So those are a bunch of horror movies I have on my watch list. If I missed a horror movie that you guys think I should watch, I will add it to the list. Ryan Gosling or Ryan Reynolds? I think I got to go Ryan Gosling. And I honestly, you guys, I will do my rendition of I'm Just Ken to all 75 of you. It'll be cringe. It will make your ears bleed. I will do that, but we have to set a goal for me to do that. I don't know what would prompt me to do that. Who knows? Anyway, I've been singing it all day. It's been stuck in my head. I'm Just Ken from the new Barbie movie. Okay. What's your most anticipated movie for 24? It's got to be Deadpool 3. But honestly, yeah, I don't know what's going to come out in 2024, so it's hard to even talk about. But I also am excited for Gladiator 2. That I have to give a shout as to. Thoughts on the Escape Pod? I'll answer this because I know Cam likes the Escape Pod, and I have nothing against the Escape Pod. They make great content. And I'm saying this cordially, I disagree to an unhealthy extent with the majority of the words that come out of Hat Guy's mouth. I don't agree with him at all, but I respect him for, sharing his opinion and everything. They make great content. They just do. They make great content. They're growing really well right now, so that's awesome for them. They have hot takes and they're not afraid to share them. So I commend them for that, honestly. Yeah. If you guys don't know who the Escape Pod is, you can look them up on TikTok. You will probably have seen, one of their clips on your For You page before on TikTok. What is your favorite Mission Impossible movie and why? Mine's Fallout, but I love Road Nation as well. So I have a ranking, and I'll spoil the ranking. It's Fallout. Fallout's a generational type movie. I don't know if the franchise can ever reach the height again. I love Dead Reckoning Part 1. I'm actually going to see that again. I've been saying I'm going to see it again for a while. It's almost been a month since I've seen the movie early. I think it's been 3 weeks, actually. I'm going to try and see it on Sunday. Cam hasn't seen it yet, so I want to take her to see it. But Fallout's my favorite. Why? It's got, dare I say, pulse-pounding action from the start, a riveting plot, and to me, it's the one Mission Impossible movie where the stakes felt the realest, and they actually faked me out so hard at the end where I was like, did we just lose? Damn good film. Great film. Have you considered ranking every Marvel movie? Maybe one day. That'd be a behemoth of a video to do. Maybe one day. You know what I have considered doing is ranking all the Disney animated films before the new one comes out in November. I probably should start on that now if I'm going to watch them all. And it would be like, I would procrastinate and just watch them all in a week. Excuse me. But no, I've thought about doing the Disney one. Maybe Marvel one day. That'd be a tough task. Excuse me. Let's see. I love Inception. I don't want to say that. I say it all the time. I say what I was about to say all the time on stream, but just because a Nolan ranking is about to come out, it's high on my Nolan ranking. I'll just say that much. It's high on my Nolan ranking. What's a movie you're disappointed whenever you talk? Sorry. Chris, what's a movie you're disappointed whenever you walk up to anybody and they say they like that movie? So a movie I don't like that disappoints me when other people do. Is that the question? I honestly don't care if someone likes or dislikes the movie that much, unless I am really personally close with the person and I show them the movie. I'm like, man, I want you to love this movie. I don't even know how to answer this honestly, so I'm just gonna say I don't know. I would say the reversal of this is it happens a lot when people I know love a movie and I'm like, I didn't like it all that much. That is a weird feeling. I'm always weird about it for some reason. And I don't know why that is. And if anyone else, I've always honestly want to tweet. I don't tweet much, but I want to almost say is it the weirdest feeling ever when you walk out of a movie and you're like, it was good, but everyone around is like, oh, I loved it. And I was like, oh, it was fine. It was good, whatever, but you didn't love it. And like I feel like an asshole for that sometimes, and it's just a weird feeling. It rarely happens. It really happened with Dune mostly. Um, it's a weird sensation. I think it's because we all have deep down inside us the desire to want to love everything. I want to love every movie I watch. I never want to dislike a movie, but it's like I can't fight the feelings I feel when a movie disappoints me, and I have valid reasons for it. So it's weird. That kind of turned into another topic, but thank you for the question. Anyway, another thing is, and this goes for people who review mainly. I know Ben might be the only person who actually reviews movies in here, but when I watch a movie early at a press screening, I'm not watching the movie through a different lens, but there's a different feel when I'm watching it compared to when I go watch the movie round 2 or 3 with my buddies. It's like, I guess, frankly, it's like I know the first time I watch it, it's like I gotta like I'm making a review on this movie, so I got to be on my A game. But when I go back and watch it, and it's like I'm just going to watch this and talk about it with my friends. I'm not going to post about it this time. It's almost a more relaxing experience in a way. That's how I feel. For those who are ever wondering. Anyway, do you think there's a potential for a Ken sequel or spinoff? I do. I definitely do. I think there's. But it's also tricky for them to do spinoffs to Barbie because it's frankly, I'm interested to see how this movie performs because I it's not like it doesn't feel like a big franchise movie, which is surprising. I know it's kind of got the Barbie gloss to it, but it really doesn't feel like that. And if you see the movie, you know what I'm talking about. It's more of a straight up drama. I mean, Barbie sort of discovering the meaning of life in a way and her role in society and all these things. It's pretty deep. And I don't know if they do a Ken spinoff, could they do something similar? I don't know. It's weird. It's interesting. It depends on box office, honestly. Do I think Rise of the Beast is getting too much hate? I don't. I think the movie is pretty bad. Did you see Saw X? Yes, Saw X is coming out early now, so that means September is Saw month, baby. I'll be rewatching all the movies, of course, with the Pretty Much It commentary tracks. I will promote them as much as I can. That Eric from Pretty Much It's awesome, and if you want to watch the Saw movies, but you also want to almost, it's like you're watching them with some buddies, and you can make fun of the stupidity and make it a little more lighthearted. I recommend the Pretty Much It commentary tracks, but I'll watch the first one probably without a track, and then I'll watch the rest with them. That's what I usually do, and it's literally just like watching the movie with Eric and Jacob are the people who are on those tracks, so they, it's like you're watching the movie with friends and like talking about it as you watch it, kind of, So yeah, I will be rewatching all the Saw films. I'll have a massive ranking of them in September. I want a trailer soon for Saw X. I saw it's taking place between Saw and Saw 2 though, so hell yeah to that. Will Oppenheimer be a masterpiece? Only time will tell. I'll know the answer to that at about 7 hours, roughly. I do. Do you hope they don't do? Yeah, I don't want a Guardians 4. I'm good. I'm good. Ellie, welcome in. Appreciate these earlier lives. Yeah, time zones. I know there's a lot of newer faces in here because usually I do them later, so it's like the middle of the night for people in Europe and stuff like that. So welcome in if you guys are in here for the first time, or usually you can't make it into streams. Yeah, I'm seeing Oppenheimer at 5. Better side character, Benji or Luther? Benji by a hair. I just think Benji adds a little more humor to the franchise, and I love his friendship with Ethan so much. I go Benji, but it's really close. Those are the three. Ethan, Benji, and Luther are the top 3 characters in the franchise, in my opinion. Most anticipated superhero movie for the rest of the year? Give me Blue Beetle. Sholo is in that, and it looks just fun, I take that over Aquaman, I'm not even going to see the TMNT movie. And then what's the other one? The Marvels. Give me, and Craven. Yeah, still give me Blue Beetle over all those personally. That's just my opinion though. Remember Saw in Space? I do. Again, how can I forget all of those references? I don't know when that started, Network 98, but it was a time to be alive. I'll tell you that much. It was like 2020, like late fall of 2020. I think it was 2020. I think I did a live stream every Wednesday from May to November with like a guest or with Trevor or somebody. It was like, you can go back and look. It was a time, quite a time. All right, where are we at? Trying to find a question. Ooh, I see some Mission Impossible spoilers. Tread lightly for those who haven't seen Dead Reckoning. Okay. No, I already answered that one. Already answered that one too. Sorry. Oh, who would win in a fight, young Johnny or Miguel? I think this is a really interesting question. It depends on what season of Miguel, because hypothetical. I mean, this is all hypothetical, but Miguel was trained by Johnny and Daniel. So if that version, we're talking season 5 Cobra Kai. If that Miguel went back in time and fought Johnny, I like Miguel. Period. Honestly, I think I like Miguel. Period. Over young Johnny. It's kind of how I feel. If Daniel LaRusso, who was great and all that, can take him down, I think Miguel can take him down. So yeah, that's my answer. Top 3 Nolan films. I don't want to say that because Inception's in the top 3. That's all I'll give you, but I have a ranking coming out soon. Have I seen The Hunger Games? Groot asks. I have. I've seen all the movies, and I'll be watching the new one in November. Where are we at? Which one did I think was better? Guardians 3 or Spider-Verse 2? Guardians 3. I like Guardians 3 more. I still think Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse, I should say, is a damn good movie. I've seen that one more than any in theaters this year. Actually, I saw it 3 times. I only saw Guardians twice, but I still think Guardians 2 is the better movie, personally. Let me take a sip of water. Cheers. All right. Let's see where we're at. Best video game movie? I don't even know, actually. I don't even know. I think I put out a tier list a while ago, and I don't know what was at the top of that. Maybe... I think I'm probably blanking. It's not Uncharted. Uncharted was solid enough for me. Not Super Mario Bros. I mean, the Sonic movies, maybe. Does Free Guy count as a video game movie? I don't know. Someone can tell me what I put at the top. I don't even remember what I put at the top of my tier list. Back to the Future or Indy? Give me Indy. Raiders of the Lost Ark over Back to the Future right now. Love Back to the Future, though. You know, I hate even comparing the two. Keep Watch Burn. Game of Thrones Season 4, Breaking Bad Season 5, Cobra Kai Season 5. All right, listen. Since you guys didn't ask me the full show this time, I have to be truthful here. I'm going to keep... All right, here's the deal. I got to keep Game of Thrones Season 4. That is one of the most rewatchable best seasons of TV ever. And I'm not even going to say what it's about for those who haven't seen Game of Thrones, but they're from episode 2 onward. Ooh, baby. Keep Game of Thrones Season 4, because that's like a season that it's got a lot of the Hound, who's my favorite. And I mean, the Watchers on the Wall episode, the Lion in the... God, I could go on and on. That I'm keeping. I will watch Breaking Bad Season 5. And I guess by default, I have to burn Cobra Kai Season 5. I just think those 2 seasons of TV are all-timers. And so that's what I have to do. That's what I got to do. Shout out my boy, Tutored Streaming. Shout out Drew. Everyone go subscribe if you haven't already. What a guy. Let's see. Into or Across? Give me Into. I stand by that right now. I think Into is a more complete film. Better villain, better main plot line. I just think it's a little, I love Across the Spider-Verse, but I think once I see Beyond, I can maybe put Across higher. But right now, I just have to go Into. I've said that since day one, though. So, are you excited for Wonka? Absolutely. Absolutely. I know a lot of people have kind of been a little harsh on the trailer and Timothée Chalamet's line delivery and performance, but I think it feels just whimsical and has that magical feel. I'm excited. It looks like just delightful. That's really a word I would use to describe it. Delightful. Marvels will make 650 to 700. That's a win if that's the case. I think that would be a big success for that movie. But yeah, I think it will make less than Captain Marvel, in my opinion. I really hope the Marvel succeeds. I'm rooting for it as well. Would you rather see a Tobey Spider-Man 4 or TASM 3? I think you meant Yeah, here we go. So yeah, TASM 3. TASM 3. Because everyone else got a trilogy and Andrew Garfield never got the trilogy. So really the only answer there, in my opinion. Did I get any SDCC exclusive Funko Pops? Great question. So I went on the website later this morning. I want to get the short round one from Temple of Doom, and it was sold out, but I think they go to stores. And I think that one's like a GameStop shared exclusive. So within the next few weeks, I assume it will be in stores to buy. So I want that. And then I also want the Vecna one. Those are the only two that really caught my attention. Usually they're better. Some of the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive pops are usually amazing. And this year they're fine. I really like Short Round. I got to add it to my Indiana Jones shrine. And then Vecna, because I want to get all the Stranger Things pops eventually. It's not Vecna technically, it is, but it's '01, the JB Campbell Bower older version of Henry Creel. And he's in his white sort of get up. It's just like white pants and the white shirt, and he's like holding out his hand. So it's '01 technically, but Vecna, you know what I mean. Do you think the superhero movies era is over with all these flops we see? Or do you think DC and Marvel are just making bad movies? I think that there's an oversaturation of superhero films nowadays. It used to be 2 to 3 a year. Now it's like 10 almost a year. I think that, honestly, they need to return to 2 Marvel movies a year. One in the summer, one in the fall. And cut back on the TV shows. I don't think that the era is over. Look at Guardians 3. It made almost 900 million worldwide, I believe. Look at Spider-Verse. It's still kicking ass at the box office. And then, look at No Way Home. That was 2 years ago. I don't think the superhero movie era is over. I think that the Avengers films are going to do big numbers at the box office. So no, I don't think it's over, but I do think that there's a fatigue. And if a movie's not actually great and it's just another average superhero movie, that is deemed a failure. And it might have some validity to be deemed a failure, because if a movie like Shazam! Fear the Gods, which I was, fine on, I enjoyed more than most, or a movie like Quantumania, which a lot of people don't like, comes out and it's not, amazing or doing anything special for a superhero movie, that's a problem if it doesn't stand out in the crowd, because we've gotten so many superhero movies since 2008 now that there is sort of this viewer fatigue that sets in. So yeah, I don't know. Bad movies definitely plays a part in it. Average more so. Let's see. Where are we at? Chat. There we are. I never watched the movie Orphan. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen Yellowstone either. What else? I haven't seen. No, I haven't seen Yellowstone. No, a bunch of people have said I should watch it, and because of that, I'm like, I'm good. It seems kind of overhyped to me, but maybe I'll watch it one day. What movies did you hate at first, but then ended up liking? Hate's a strong word. How about a movie that I disliked at first and then ended up liking? I would say there's a few. I just gotta. I mean, recently even. What was it? It was I'd say Guardians 2, but I didn't hate it. I actually liked it a lot at first, and then I kind of started to turn on it, and now I really like it. So I'd say that one, but I never hated it at first. I liked the movie, and then I was like, oh wait, I haven't watched this in years. Maybe it's bad. Then I rewatched it and was like, nah, that movie rules. So there you go. Hot take, but The Flash was better than Spider-Verse. I disagree strongly. Strongly disagree. Yeah. What are your thoughts on the Greta Gerwig directed Narnia movies? I'm here for it. Yeah, I mean, Narnia, the first 2 in particular were like childhood movies for me. I saw the Prince Caspian movie in theaters. I also saw Voyage of the Dawn Treader, which was the 3rd movie. Bad movie. But yeah, I like the Narnia series, and I read some of the books growing up, I think. So I would be down. I am down. Technically, this is happening. So yeah, I am down. I have never seen the Neverending Story trilogy. I know the song from Stranger Things, but I didn't even know there was a trilogy. I thought it was just one movie. What game is better? I haven't played Miles Morales, so I can't answer, but I will be playing that on Twitch eventually after I finish Spider-Man PS4's replay, and then that will all lead into Spider-Man 2, which I will be streaming on Twitch in October. Favorite movie of the year so far, Guardians 3, but I haven't seen Oppenheimer yet, and that could end up taking the top spot for me. What do I want to see in Venom 3? Nothing. I don't want the movie. I don't know why this movie's being made. Well, I technically do. I guess both of the other Venoms have been profitable, so that's why. But I want to see a Spider-Man show up, and I want them to either to set up a new Andrew movie or to have Venom end up back in the MCU so that he can face off against Tom Holland, because it's kind of a waste to have Venom and not have him fight Spider-Man. But I guess he's more of an anti-hero, and I don't know what the hell they're doing, actually. It's confusing me. They try and set up the Sinister Six, but then Venom's like a good guy. It's so weird. It's so strange to me. When do I think we'll get season 5 of Stranger Things? At this rate, maybe 2026, maybe even later. It sucks, but it's the world we live in right now. What's the greatest franchise in cinematic history? I mean, that's tough. I think it's hard. It's between Marvel, the MCU, and Star Wars. The MCU feels like cheating because it's so many like mini sort of film series within the MCU. You've got the Cap movies, the Ant-Man movies, the Guardian movies, the Iron Man movies, the Avengers movies. Star Wars, but I can't say it with my full chest because the sequel trilogy. But what I will compliment about Star Wars is that it's been around since 1977, and it's had 3 trilogies for 3 different generations, and it's still going with all these TV shows, and new movies are coming soon. So it's between Star Wars and the MCU. Am I excited for Loki season 2? I am. I'm curious. We need some footage or something, generate some excitement. A lot of people don't even know that it's coming out. So let's get some positive buzz going for this. That's how I feel about that right now, at least. Anyway, I'm going to take a sip of water and then do a little speed round. Again, if you guys are in here, hit that like button. I see you got 75 people in here, so hit that like button. Let's get up to 75 likes, hopefully 100 likes eventually if you're here on the replay. Subscribe if you haven't already, and Super Chat's the way to go to guarantee I get your question, your comment, your concern. I will see you right away and click on it. It's also a way to help support me in the channel. Anything goes a very long way. Favorite DC, EU, or MCU movie? My favorite MCU movie is Infinity War. My favorite DC EU movie is The Suicide Squad, specifically James Gunn's The Suicide Squad. JJ, what's good? How you doing? Where would Secret Invasion rank on your list out of all the Marvel Disney Plus shows? I can't even place it right now because I've only seen 2 episodes of it, but I can't actually place it right now. But the first 2 episodes were really solid. I enjoyed my time. So I got to finish it all. I'll watch it all next week, probably when it all comes out. And then I may do a ranking of all the MCU Disney Plus shows. We'll see. Is it worth it to watch every Status movie? At least the first 2. After that, you can kind of skip 3 and 4, in my opinion. If you want to watch 5, sure, if you enjoyed the first 2. But I think 1 and 2 is a good, like, solid ending point, at least for me. Favorite show? Stranger Things, baby. Favorite horror movies? I love the first Saw. I love the first Scream. I would say Conjuring and Insidious are making their way up my personal ranking. I haven't stopped thinking about those movies since I've seen them. Sorry, water break. Here we go. Cheers. Worst movie of the year? I'm going with Megan or Cocaine Bear. 100K subs. Yeah, if I if I ever hit 100K subs, I'll do my rendition of I'm Just Ken, maybe. And I can't even guarantee that, but that would be something else. This is something else. By the way, how many likes is the stream at? Hit the like button if you guys are in here. All right. Tom Cruise is known for always running. Harrison Ford is known for always pointing. If you were a movie star, what would you be the most known for doing in your films? This is a very unique question, Zachary. By the way, Dark Knight Rises Supremacy. I love the profile pic. I would say I would be most known for a few things, but I think probably, I don't know. That's a good one. Drinking a lot of water. Maybe rage driving, possibly. What else? I don't know. Quoting a bunch of nonsense randomly, just like someone could be talking, another actor, and I just quote something randomly. Something like that. Something really dumb. Oh, man. Favorite DreamWorks movie? I always struggle with this because I'm not like maybe Shrek 2. I've never seen How to Train Your Dragon. I haven't seen Kung Fu Panda in years, so I'll be rewatching all those soon. And I think I haven't even seen the third one, actually. So it's tough. I haven't really explored DreamWorks fully. Probably Shrek 2. Yeah. Let's see. I'm just Ken. Sorry. It came over me. I can't help it. All right. I don't want to answer this because I feel like I'd be leaving some people out, you know? I don't really watch, you know the truth? I don't really watch many movie people because I myself am a movie person. So when I go to consume content, it's like I don't want to watch stuff about movies because I already am in the space, you know? Obviously, anyone I've ever really collabed with, I support, and I want you guys to support them as well. But I don't really have someone where I'm like, oh, I got to see their thoughts on this movie. Because if I want to know someone's thoughts, I either know them personally and can message them, or I just know them outside of YouTube, you know? So it's interesting. I think a lot of people might share the same sentiment. I've talked to some friends. Like I don't really watch, you know, I'd say the OG for me. There's some OGs, so I'll shout them out. And I've done this before, but like, you know, Christian Harloff and Mark Ellis, the schmoes, those are I still actually do tune in to Christian Harloff's videos to see his take on movies after I've already shared my take. I don't like to watch reviews before I see a movie. Chris Stuckman I still support, and Jeremy Johns even. I watched his spoiler talk of Dial of Destiny after I posted mine, and he kind of agreed with me on the movie. So it was cool because he was like saying things, and I was like, "Preach, hell yeah, you're right." Those are like the OG, and I do like the Flick Picks content a lot as well. I watched that all the time in high school, actually. So those are the people that I watched forever. And then I met a lot of people on YouTube that you guys know of, you know, you know who I'm talking about, and you know who you are. But yeah, that's what I would say. On TikTok, I don't really consume movie content on TikTok. I usually my For You page has movie stuff on it every now and then, you know, but I don't really seek that out. I usually scroll through it. I'd rather watch, you know, someone's some comedy related stuff or some weird. I get these weird nostalgic videos on TikTok where it'll be like boom, 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 boom. You know that audio? That was horrible. And it's like, do you remember this time? And it'll be like childhood stuff or like nostalgic about Halloween or Christmas. Right now, I got a bunch of Halloween stuff on there. So excited for that time of the year. But that was a long winded answer. There you go. Okay. Top three comedy actors. Give me Will Ferrell. Give me, I mean, you got to go Will Ferrell. He had an unprecedented run. So Will Ferrell. I would shout out Mark Wahlberg, even though I've only I can't do that. He's funny, but I can't do that. I would say Jason Bateman, and then I would say probably like Jonah Hill. Those are probably like three of the funniest comedic actors. And I wanted to get one from each sort of sector of the comedy movie world. Keep, Watch, Burn, Small Town Edition, Riverdale, Stranger Things, and It. I'll keep Stranger Things, watch It, and burn Riverdale. Who's your favorite Superman? I like Henry Cavill a lot as Superman, for sure. I would have loved to have seen him continue, but it is what it is. What's your favorite dream movie? So a movie about dreams? Inception. That's my interpretation of the question. If not, I don't know how else to answer this. My favorite dream related movie is Inception. I also don't have like a dream movie. Well, I wouldn't have an answer to this if I had like a dream movie I'd love to see because I wouldn't have seen it. So there'd be no way to have a favorite. So that's the way I'm deciding to answer that question. Well, I appreciate that, Andrew. I had fun with those. If you guys haven't checked them out, I did a movie franchise tier list and a movie trilogy tier list, and they're both like 30 minutes long. They were a lot of talking, honestly. So if you guys haven't checked those out, you should. And yeah, I may have some other ones coming eventually. It's TBD, to be determined. Deadpool 3 comes on my birthday. Great birthday present right there. I am seeing Oppenheimer in IMAX at 3 hours, actually. So it's coming up. I'm starting to get those like pre-movie jitters. I always get them. I get like nerved up before movies. Just like I have so much, you know, excitement, anticipation. I get like damn near nauseous before a movie. Kind of like if you ever played a sport or put on a performance in a show or something, like you get so nerved up. Like I'm nerved up for Oppenheimer right now. That's how excited I am. What Guardian member do you think they would do a spinoff for? If they did one, they would probably just do, I mean, Star-Lord. You know, the legendary Star-Lord will return, or will he? But, you know, that would be the one to do. They kind of set it up in the post-credit scene. Favorite and least favorite Spider movie. Favorite is No Way Home. Least favorite is Far From Home. Where are we at? I usually never address. I'm just going to address this. I haven't seen Sound of Freedom. No, I haven't seen it. I don't even know why it's been made such a big deal. People getting all divided over a movie. I haven't seen the movie. No. Okay. Favorite Funko Pop? I would probably say I have a few, and now it's hard not to say the John Bernthal autograph one behind me. But I can't show you guys because it would ruin the whole setup and my mic would get messed up. But right there, I have an Indiana Jones shrine. I have some exclusives, and I have 2 Indiana Jones exclusive pops. One is Professor Indy holding the chalk from the first film, Raiders. The next is him in his like white suit jacket from Temple of Doom with like the antidote. So those 2 are some of my favorites lately. Mitchell, welcome in. It has been a minute. Hope you're doing well, Mitchell. Again, I've seen Barbie. I have not seen Oppenheimer. I will be seeing Oppenheimer tonight, and I will have an out of theater reaction tonight. Keep Watch Burn, Inception, Goodfellas, Into the Spider-Verse. Man, that's tough. They're all really good movies. I got to factor in rewatchability for the Keep one. That's what I always do. I think I have to keep. Wow. I think I have to keep Into the Spider-Verse just because it's the most rewatchable film. I watch Inception and Burn Goodfellas. Crazy. I know what you're burning Goodfellas. Compared to those 2, it's just my least favorite of 3. It's still a damn good movie. I have not seen Dexter, but it's on my ever-growing TV watch list. Do you plan on doing updated top 10 TV shows? I may at the end of the year, or maybe save that for January, because I have seen a lot of TV since the last time and my thoughts have changed. So possibly, very possible. Jack, welcome in. My bro lives in a small town here in Newfoundland that only has 2 screens, only showing MI7 and Barbie. So no Oppenheimer for him until digital release. I'm seeing on Sunday. That's a big bummer. But I hope you enjoy Oppenheimer. I'm seeing it tonight in 3 hours. Wow. 3 hours from now, and then 3 hours of the movie, and then I'll be back to do an out of theater reaction and stuff. But I'm getting excited, people. I'm pumped up. Anyway, yes, enjoy Oppenheimer. What do I think of the creator? It looks visually very pleasing to the eye. I'm not really blown away by what I've seen from the story. That's how I feel about it. It to me looks like nothing. I mean, it looks like something we've seen before, and I just worry it could feel generic. But I've heard great things from like early word of mouth, so we'll see. I'll check it out. It comes out the same day as Saw X now, so there's some competition there. Do I think Wonka or the Marvels makes more? Probably the Marvels, but you never know. That 01 pop is cool. The 1 pop. Where are we at in the chat? Somewhere. Will Blue Beetle make more money than Transformers? How much money did Transformers end up making? I'm going to waste some time looking this up real quick. Rise of the Beasts box office mojo. It's made, as it stands right now, Transformers Rise of the Beast has made $422 million worldwide. It's pretty good for, actually not for Transformers, but for Blue Beetle, that would be a big win, I feel. Do I think Blue Beetle will make more money than that? No. I don't. I think Blue Beetle will make 300 to 400 million worldwide, but I hope I'm wrong. I hope it makes way more than that. By the way, if you guys are in here or on the replay, hit the like button. I know there's a lot of you guys here on the replay, so hit that like button, keep hitting it. And Super Chat's the way to go to guarantee I get to your question, comment, concern. Let me check the stream real quick. Let me check something about it. We currently are at 70 likes, so need 30 more likes. 30 more likes to hit 100. Have always been a huge MCU fan and don't usually have super hot takes, but I think Marvel could benefit with cutting out shows after how I've made. Yep, I agree. I think they could honestly stop after Loki, Echo, and they have, I think, Agatha, Ironheart, What If, and Daredevil. But after that, They might need to just stop doing TV shows. Am I more excited for Saw X or Exorcist Believer? Saw X. I haven't seen the Exorcist movies, but I've seen all the Saw movies. So I may watch the Exorcist movies before the new one, at least the first Exorcist, but I don't know. We'll see. That honestly, I've seen The Conjuring respectfully. Now I feel like I can really easily handle The Exorcist. I know at the time people were like, The Exorcist is so terrifying. It came out in the 70s, and it could be, but for those who have seen the movies, is The Conjuring scarier than The Exorcist? Let me know. I have a feeling that The Conjuring is scarier, but let me know. Anyway, I didn't pick it up yet. Hopefully I can. I think I'm confused because I know they went on sale on the Funko site, but don't they get shipped to the stores? Like my goal was to just pick these up in person in the store. So I'm sure I'll find it eventually, but I didn't pick it up online on the Funko website. Season 4 is my favorite season of Stranger Things. Where are we at? Young Mike Barnes or season 5 Miguel? Again, I'm a big season 5 Miguel guy, so I think I got to go Miguel there. Most heartbreaking sports movie? Oh man, We Are Marshall is a heartbreaking sports movie. You know, that movie will shatter your heart into a million pieces. So I'd have to say that one off the top of my head. I could be forgetting some, but I'll go with that. Kevin says, keep Watch Burn, Good Will Hunting, Remember the Titans, and Forrest Gump. I'm going to keep Remember the Titans. It's a very rewatch movie. I'll watch Good Will Hunting and burn Forrest Gump. Love Forrest Gump, but of those three, it's got to go. Favorite Taylor Swift song? Just finished that podcast episode. Whoa, that's so tough. Wow, I don't even know if I can answer that. I really like right now, probably Love Story. Right now, if you've seen The Bear, you know. Anyway, we'll go for a little bit longer because I do have to actually finish editing something before I head out of town. Not out of town. Frankly, yes, I am leaving my town to go see the movie. It's about an hour drive from here to where I'm actually seeing Oppenheimer. So there's that. But I'll go for like 10. Let's see on the timer. I'll go for 10 more minutes. So let's get some questions in here. And yeah, keep them coming. 75 likes. We're close. 25 more likes. Let's get it. And Super Chat's the way to go to guarantee I get your questions, comments, and concerns. All right, where was I? Oh, there I was. I totally lost my spot for a second there. Don't know how that happened. All right, here we go. What's your... I already answered that one. Thoughts on the Emmy nominations? I disagree with... I mean, I agree with a lot of the acting performance ones, but Obi-Wan Kenobi... it's a joke that got nominated. What a sick joke. I am so torn between Sudeikis, Bill Hader, and Jeremy Allen White for the Emmy for, I think, lead actor in a comedy series. I think I got to go Jeremy Allen White. Reason being, Sudeikis and Bill Hader have already won, I think, twice for playing their characters in Barry and Ted Lasso. So I think it's time to let Jeremy Allen White get a little Emmy love. That's how I feel about that. But yeah, I like the Emmys almost like I might start getting into the Emmys more like a lot of people get into the Oscars because I watch a lot of TV and I feel like the Emmys respect what people actually give a damn about more than the Oscars. I know a lot of the biggest shows that the biggest shows that are trending on social media that people talk about are nominated for the Emmys. And that's just not the case with Oscars. And it upsets me. It upsets me greatly, actually. I know that people, vote for the best movies, the Academy and all that, but most of the time there's 2 or 3 movies nominated for Best Picture that everyone loves, but a lot of movies that people highly regard are just completely dismissed, and it annoys the crap out of me. I mean, look, even Obi-Wan Kenobi, which I don't like, it gets nominated for something. Andor would never, if Andor was a movie, the Academy would scoff at that. Oh, I cannot nominate a Star Wars project. Andor's nominated, I believe, for Best Drama Series. It's a damn good show. People love Ted Lasso. People love Barry. The Bear. These are really well-made shows, and people love them, and they're nominated. Succession, I haven't seen, but it's loved by people and critics and everything. So I don't know why a lot of big movies just don't even get remotely considered for Best Picture, but then a movie that, say, grossed maybe I think last year. I didn't watch this movie, and I'll move on from this quickly. I know I'm turning into a rant, but I don't know a single person who watched the movie Tar, but I believe it got nominated for Best Picture. Cool. Anyway, topic for another time. Oscars are weird, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, with the AI striking going on, since can trailers come out since the AI? Yes, trailers can still come out, but I don't think actors can promote the trailers. Is that the question you're asking with the whole with the strike going on? I think yeah, they're still going to release trailers for movies. Absolutely, that's the studios that are putting that out. But I mean, you won't see like actors posting it on their social media. I believe is how it works. I haven't. Again, it's new territory, but I believe that's the case. Um, let's see. Do you play Mario Party? I think I've played it on occasion. It's pretty fun. I agree. I think Quantumania is overhated. It's a fun time. Zack Snyder's Justice League, it's fine. It's overrated as hell. Insidious or Conjuring, I take The Conjuring as it stands right now. What do you think Lorraine saw in the guy's eyes in the flashback when she was screaming? That I don't know. Is that going to be answered? You know what she could have seen? And I don't know this. She could have seen the nun. That would be something. That would be pretty clever. I literally don't know. That's me taking a shot in the dark here, but that would be pretty cool. They never answered that. That was one of the most disturbing moments of the movie when we see like them talking in a lecture hall, and we literally see video footage of like a dude strapped in a chair and he's like stroking out, he's having like a seizure and like his eyes are bleeding. It looked so real. It kind of messed with me. Like no lie, The Conjuring, one of the most disturbing movies I've ever seen. And I can't wait to watch the second one. I'm excited. What's good? How you doing, man? Welcome in, fellow patron. What is your most prominent fan cast for any project out there right now? I mean, when I think fan casting, I think of one thing right now. I think Fantastic Four, and I go, hey, I will die on this hill. It's never going to happen. I will die on the hill, though. It's not even fan casting anymore. I need John Krasinski to come back and play Mr. Fantastic. It's killing me that hasn't been confirmed, and it's not going to happen. It makes me sick. That's my big one. John Krasinski, Mr. Fantastic, needed in my life, and it's never going to happen. I saw they're making a little DreamWorks section at Universal. That's hype. In fact, they're adding a whole new park at Universal Orlando, which had me very, very excited. Let's see. Looking for some questions here. I see a lot of chat going on. I've answered a bunch of these too, by the way. And we'll go for a few more minutes here. So get your last minute questions in. I'm kind of scrolling through a bunch of these. Again, I've already answered. Where are we at? Yes, very hype for Saw X. Very, very hype. Favorite season of Cobra Kai is probably going to be season 5, as much of a hot take as that might actually be. I didn't even know they were doing a Gran Turismo trailer. I probably won't react to it just because I feel like I've seen the whole movie already with that one trailer. I'm excited for the movie, but I might not even watch it just because I've already seen the one trailer and it was so loaded. Let's see. More excited for Cobra Kai season 6 because it's the finale of the show. I'm excited for OBX 4. I always will be excited for OBX, but Cobra Kai is like the end of an era. You know what I'm saying? So more excited for that. If I have to pick one, obviously I will watch both, but if I had to pick one, Cobra Kai. All right, scrolling through the chat here. I've answered a bunch of these questions again. Let's see. Waterbot, what's good? How you doing? I don't even think I will see Strays. I was like, I guess, yeah, that movie's coming out, right? I don't know. I have like no desire to watch it though. It looks like it could be pretty bad. I feel bad saying that, but it looks like it could be a stinker, honestly. So yeah, Exorcist was kind of game changing at the time. Yeah, fair enough. I can imagine it traumatizing people. Honestly, an hour drive to me is not that bad. I make hour drives a lot in my daily life doing things, so I'm not really bothered by it. It's regular IMAX. There's one 70mm IMAX theater in my state, and it was sold out pretty quickly. So I'm going to regular IMAX, but that's fine. I'll live, like I obviously would have been cool to see it in 70mm IMAX, but I haven't done that for any other movie ever really. So yeah, I think I'll be fine. I'll be fine. All right. If I met the real Tobin Bell, I would probably get him to sign something like a Saw steelbook or something, or like I try and find a Funko Pop or something like that. But yeah, that would be cool. That would be pretty neat. Not gonna lie. Let's see. All right, I'll answer like one or two more as I take a sip of water. That has me hyped. That has me hyped. Is Barbie rewatchable? I'll find out. I'm seeing it again Saturday, and I'll let you guys know. Again, follow me on Letterboxd for my like updated thoughts over there. If you could be any Stranger Things character, who would you want to be? Steve Harrington all day. Steve Harrington all day, every day. Where did I get my posters? I got this from this one, and then these two from Batman KM. Cam painted this one. This is from these two Stranger Things ones over my shoulder immediately are from the Stranger Things experience. So they're probably online at like the Netflix thing. And this Top Gun poster was sent to me by Dominic. It is a was an exclusive theater, I believe, exclusive movie theater poster if you went and saw the film in IMAX like week 2 or 3 or something. So yeah, that's pretty much that. I did see the Saw X photos. I'm hyped. Love the description. I love the aesthetic of the Saw, the shot. It looks very Saw. Sign me up. But yeah, that'll probably do it. That might just do it for this live Q&A, this quick hour, 10-minute stream on a Thursday afternoon. I see Oppenheimer in less than 3 hours, so I will have an out-of-theater reaction tonight. Hope you got a notification bell so you can be notified right when it's up. And I'll have a review of Oppenheimer tomorrow, as well as this weekend. I'll have a reacting to your Nolan hot takes and a ranking of the Nolan movie. So a bunch of Nolan content coming over the next few days. But thank you all so much for watching. Hit the like button if you're on the replay. Subscribe to that notification bell. Check out the Patreon link down below for extra videos, early access to videos, the Discord server. Anything goes a long way over there. It's fun growing that community. And that's pretty much going to do it. I will see you guys later in my out-of-theater reaction.